All right, everybody, welcome back. Just want to do a quick update on everything before I get started on the video. We got a container coming. Well, it's 2 days from now. We got a container coming, and I'm just kind of moving some equipment around. And I'm up here. I need to get one of these tractors out so that I can use it on the moving a couple of plows around. But I figured I'd do a quick update and a couple of things. So, Russ, if you're watching this, you wanted to see some of the repowered tractors around here. This is one of them. This is my main workhorse. It's a 7060. Originally had the 426 big block. That had spun bearings in the motor on the crank and some other work that needed to be done to it. Just wasn't worth overhauling. And this one, this engine I had sitting and overhauled it for $1,200 and slapped it in here. And it's been a really reliable workhorse for me, fuel efficient. And when I have something that I need the big block, there's one sitting right there with the 426 in it. That one I overhauled too. Me and Bob, you guys know him as. We overhauled that one as well. This is the Alice disc that I use. It's the only disc that is around here. Well, there's a little finishing disc, but this in the clay, it's 11 foot, number 21-inch blades. In the clay, I've had it spin this tractor out before. And this tractor, those are two inner wheel weights. They're 500 a piece on each side. When we had it, we actually took this in and pulled it in at the fairgrounds one year just for shits and giggles. I'll put a link below if you guys want to see that. But it was almost 50. It was almost, with the front rack on it, it was right at 15,000 pounds. So it's a heavy tractor. That kind of says some of the ground that I have. Not a lot of it is like that, but I'd say like, I don't know, 20 acres of it in total. A couple of different patches along the fields. That disc, I mean, God, does it pull hard. But yeah, there's my brother 7020. That's got the factory 301 in it. It's got the bigger intercooler on it and stuff. They run them about 150 horse at the crank. The pump is set. So anyway, there's a few, I guess, them tidbits. Talk about a couple future projects. This basically is, once I get this stuff out of here, this is actually going down to the garage tonight. So this project will be soon. You guys will be seeing that. Over the winter, I'm not sure, once I get done with this and Frankie, you guys know the whole kabaka with that, which getting the storage container helps me out because I've got so many parts and engine blocks stacked around Frankie right now. I need somewhere to put them, so they're going to be going in the storage container so that I can actually work on stuff in there again. But the 190, this has got a bad transmission. And you guys remember that 200 that I brought home. There's the rear end for that 200 right there. Right there. And the torque tube up there and everything. So this is going to get some surgery done to it as well. This is going to get a 200 rear end put on it. So that's another project that you guys get to look forward to. I've got the rust bucket out back that needs to be overhauled at some point. So yeah, I think that's going to be the quick update on this. And I'm going to get these old beasts fired up and go get to moving some equipment around. Give you guys a start up. It's not a cold start because it's like, I don't know, 78 degrees. It's actually pretty nice today. We'll get up in here and get her fired up. And that... Does that make sense to you guys? I guess he didn't want a bird to poop in there or something. Good old Bob. He's attached to this tractor. He helped me out, did a lot of work on it. This damn valve cover. I'm going to have to take that off and get that resealed because we can't seem to... I tightened it down a little bit there and made it leak worse. So that's how that turned out. Oops. Moving on, I'm going to fire this thing up. All right, see the fancy go-go switch. That means rocket booster's on. Hear that surging? I'll tell you just what that is inside of inside of the fuel pump. There's either a spring that is wearing out and the governor's surging like that, or B, on the shaft that goes across that spring is connected to inside of the fuel pump, them O-rings are wearing out. And it's not keeping the proper tension on that spring. So you hear the surging. But once you give her a little throttle, it completely goes away. Back down it does a little bit now. Usually if I turn there we go. Just by turning the air conditioner on, giving that little bit of load, I turn the AC off, you hear it surging up. So if any of you guys are hearing that, don't worry, there's nothing wrong with your tractor that's too bad. It's actually a pretty simple fix. So purrs like a kitten. Piece of equipment number one moved. There's the other one I was talking about that I need to overhaul. I think the machine shop's finally done with the head, so at any point I can go pick that up. But like I said, project number one, that one went right up in there without much difficulty at all, actually, so that's nice. Next. Alright, plow number 2. I think I'll leave plow number 3 sit right there though. Quick look over the soybean field. As you can see, about 90% of them weeds out there are dead. I mean, that was after the weed zapper, and you can actually see soybeans out there pretty good. They're starting to turn. We're only a couple of weeks away. Beans are looking great too. I'll get down in there here in a minute and show you. Okay, so it's got to go in there. How many tries is it going to take me? All right, I want to tell you, I'm set up good already for it. I hope you can tell the angle that I'm on here. Let's see what happens. Of course, I didn't bring my GoPro. You know, why would I do that? I wouldn't be recording anything cool today. Okay, how many tries is it going to take me while holding the camera in my hand? That's the question. first try. All right. I'm pretty happy with that. First try. Now, you guys that have never tried to back one of these plows up before, maybe watching me going, what the hell is so hard about that? Okay, I could do that. All right, and any of you guys that have backed a plow up before are probably going, oh damn, that kid's pretty good at that. But like I said, if you're one of the guys that think you can do that first try, come on out to the farm, we'll hook the tractor up and we'll bet your mustache. Yeah, you heard me. We'll shave our mustache off. If you, bet your mustache. Anyway, moving on. Unhook this, and then the rotary hole right there's got to get moved. Well, that's that for this tractor. I'll shut her down, but before I do, here I'm trying to push some stuff back here, just kind of get this leveled out. This is where the storage container is going to go. I couldn't figure out, like, what is going on? I couldn't see that I was underneath this tree. And when I lifted up, you know, the hydraulics on this don't care, but I kept losing my ass in. I couldn't figure out what was going on. Oh, it's kind of funny. So I set it up on there, and I'm going to push it back over a little bit. So, thought it was kind of funny, but this is where that storage container is going to go. Just kind of leveling it out a little bit best I can. And then we're going to get a load of gravel here tomorrow. So I'm going to keep moving on. It's kind of hard to run this and record for you guys, but moving on. This thing's a pretty damn good tree pusher, actually. I'm surprised. You guys remember seeing where it was at. We pushed some pretty good stuff back. Happy. Nothing like Nelson's little track loader, but for what this thing is, it sure did really good, actually. A couple of them trees were pretty big I was able to knock down, so looks a lot better. Here's a dead plum tree. Just gonna see if I can knock it out of here and get rid of it. One-handed too. Push that one back too. I hate these things. So here's what it's like standing in the field. These took a little bit of wind right here, and this little area that they're not down by any means, but they got blown around quite a bit. You can tell they're entangled in themselves, but let me see here. Open it up down here once for you guys. That's what I'm looking at. This has been everywhere that I've went and checked. I've gone into some really high grass pressure areas, and it's very similar, very comparable beans. I think I got a darn good crop here, personally, especially being organic. I am tickled pink so far, let's put it that way. Never count your eggs before they hatch, or count your chickens before they hatch, but so far everything that's in my control, I think I did a decent job. I could have done a little bit more. Maybe been able to hire that guy a little bit earlier, you know, but I didn't know about the guy until I did. So but yeah, if I had my own unit, I'd have went through it again after he was gone. So I'm happy. Got everything up there taken care of and pushed back. Come back up and show you that. So there we are. Nice little area. Well, a little farther than I wanted him to go, but whatever. That'll work. Alright, now we're just kind of packing it down. 16,000 pound tractor does a pretty good job at that. Gotta love the turning radius on these things. Let's see your big long wheelbase IHs do that shit. Or your John Deere's. I'm gonna demonstrate it again for you. Don't need very many rows to turn around with these things, but I'm gonna keep doing this and get it packed down real nice, and I'll bring you back when the container gets here. His mirror. You should be able to see. Man, look at the size of that walnut I was able to uproot with this thing. I'm pretty darn happy. I didn't think it would do quite this good, but looking good. You guys remember I knocked over a pretty big walnut tree up here, and a couple more of them wild plums. Them just kind of fall over. These here, I got to uproot this one and push it out of here. But I'll bring you right back. The tree that does not want to give up. Kind of afraid to lift it much higher than that. So set down and start pushing. You can see where that was the walnut tree that was pretty much over. Flash a picture here. There was some of them plums and just some brush and stuff. It's all pushed back up in there now. No more. This one right here is a hard maple, and they tend to grow pretty straight, so leave that one be. So it's been pretty productive. Alright, this is where we're going to end this one. Anything else that I'm going to do today is just move around stuff, and I'm not going to bore you guys with it, so I'm pretty happy with it here. We're going to eventually get another one that's going to go on that end right behind it, basically, with the doors facing that way then, I believe. Pretty happy with it. Pretty happy with how it turned out, and glad I was able to push this stuff back. We can drive through, and everything should be better back here now, and be able to get everything inside that we need to get inside, minus the planter. It just plain doesn't fit in the doors out there, so I tried to stagger it in and everything. It's just not, it doesn't work, so too big. But anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. please give me a thumbs up if you like this episode, and subscribe if you hadn't already, and I hope to catch everybody on the next one.